Penny Stock Billionaires, welcome back. Closing bell rocket stocks. We got our new one, HOTH, making a move. Now, what we have here is the 5-minute chart. This thing wants to break out of this pennant. Look at this. We got this beautiful pennant. I mean, we announced the stock this morning. I don't know. Let's call it $1, around $1, right? Starts, explodes out of the gate, gets the trading halt. It was just too hot. It was going to melt down NASDAQ. I mean, if they wouldn't have halted the stock, NASDAQ would have literally melted down. They would have literally melted down. The whole market would have had a major meltdown. The hottest stock on the planet is, as we speak, look, this channel, I mean, it's amazing. We've had the hottest stocks literally on the planet for the last 3 weeks in a row. SYTA, Lottery, HOTH. SYTA exploded. Okay, now Runa went up fast. Look what happened with SYTA. We announced that it was $1 or whatever, almost like this, right? And it hung around there for a couple of days. And everybody said, oh, is it too late? Oh, it's too late. Oh, it's already up to $2. Oh, my God. SYTA is $2. Oh, my God, it's $2.50. Next thing you know, the stock is $4. Then it's $6. Then it's $8. Then it's $9. And everybody, and who bought it at $9? The people who said, "Oh, it's too late." They got FOMO. They got FOMO. They bought it at $6, $8, and $9. The time to get in is the ground floor, and we are at the ground floor right now with HOTH, and we're also at the ground floor, I believe, with SYTA and Lottery. I think SYTA, a lot of people. What is HOTH going to close at? I think HOTH could make could go to $2 at the close. We're forming this pennant, and it wants to break out. If you look at this pennant, this is a stock that wants to break out. Let's do the 1-hour chart. This is not, everybody says, oh, it's a pump and dump. Oh, it's a one-day flash in the pan. No, you don't understand. Just like SYTA, just like a Lottery, those are not flash in the pans. Those are in the uptrend. They are just starting. This thing is just getting started. People are just finding out about the stock. They're just finding out, and look what kind of moves it can make. HOTH, what is it? Just a few months ago, it ran to $4. By the way, guys, what people don't understand. By the way, there's a lot of shorts that came into the stock. What these guys don't understand, what the shorts don't understand, is this. Look, what the shorts don't understand, because here's the reality. We announced the stock, it starts running up. And there's guys who I respect, people who short these stocks that start running up, they fade the hot move. What they don't realize is, this is not a fast pump, okay? I'm not like this is not some sort of clown show that these guys are used to, okay? The only stocks I take on that I introduce are stocks which, I believe have that 10-bag or upside potential, okay? I have a process for doing this, okay? That's why I wrote this book. This book gives you my process. There's a 10-part checklist a stock has to meet before I introduce it. How come I only work with a handful of stocks? I'm not doing 1,000 stocks. No, I only work with a handful of stocks. Why? Because very few companies give you that asymmetric setup where they click off this 10-part list. One of them is, what about the news flow? What's the inflection point? Now, I happen to know what is the news flow for HOTH. Okay, I know what kind of news they have in the pipeline. Okay, and these shorts, they don't know what the news is in the pipeline. These guys can have news tomorrow. Stock opens up, some crazy number like we've seen. Okay, yeah, this is a stock that could open up at $3 tomorrow. Literally, they could have news tomorrow that could make it a $3 stock. Am I saying that they have that news? No, I'm not saying that. But could they have it? Yeah, they could have it. Could they have it next week? Yeah, they could have it. These guys have major stuff in the pipeline. Okay, again, what these people also don't realize is this thing is probably $1.20 or something in cash. Okay, they got multiple catalysts in place. The drug development pipeline that they have could be worth billions of dollars. This company. This is in the early stages here. We're gonna have the CEO on our live stream to give you the details. Let's talk about SYTA right now. Into the bell, breaking out on the 5-minute chart. Yes, somebody's going to say, oh, this guy every 5 minutes he's telling you the stock is breaking out. Well, it is. I mean, when it goes in the moving averages and it goes above like, for example, on this 50-day, on the 50-minute, whatever it is, yeah, the stock is breaking out above the moving average. You don't want me to tell you about it? I won't tell you about it. I'm here to tell you about it. On our Telegram channel, I'm talking about the stuff all day. How many times does it happen? It happens a couple of times. You know, it's, if you look at the 1-minute chart, oh, here we go. Here we go. The ramp has begun. The 1-minute chart. We are ramping into the bell on SYTA. Guys, SYTA, the move is not over. We're in the early stages. Can you imagine what happens after the merger? If this thing goes to $25, $50, people are going to miss out. Again, I'm not saying it's going there. This is all high risk stuff. These things could go to zero. Everything here is paid content. I mean, you know. But this chart wants to go higher. You want to know how to read these charts? You get the book. Link is in the bio or the video description, wherever. By the way, guys, if you're watching, click the like, upvote, subscribe. Like, upvote, subscribe button for the algorithms. We got to get the algorithms going. What is going on with SYTA? What is going on with SYTA? SYTA wants to go higher. You can see on this chart, it is very clear the bias is to the upside. We have an inverse head and shoulders bottom pattern. Inverse head and shoulders. You want to call it a cup and handle now on the right side. I mean, I don't know. This thing can start running like literally any minute. This thing can start running any minute. By the way, with HOTH, HOTH, a lot of the guys who sold the stock this morning, they sold it short. They need to cover. They need to cover the next 22 minutes. And they have no idea what could be in store for the news flow. You don't want to short biotech stocks. You don't want to short these biotech stocks into the close because you never know what kind of news they can come up with tomorrow. It could be a rip your face off rally like we've seen in HOTH. And it could, yeah, you trust me, you do not want to be short HOTH. It's up to you. Actually, yeah, I hope people short the stock. I hope we have massive shorting. I hope there's a massive short position in HOTH because you can see what happens. Somebody's asking about lottery. Lottery is very bullish. We're forming this pennant formation, and it could, again, you know, as I told you guys, these pennants, when they form, the longer it goes, the bigger the breakout. This is very, very clear that this stock, and by the way, this is a 1 hour. Yeah, this is very clear. This stock has a bias for an upside breakout. This pennant that you see here, right there, in your face, it just wants to go. This is a stock that wants to break out higher. When is it going to happen? I have no idea. I have no idea. It was ready to go a couple times in the last few days. It was ready to go. Why hasn't? I have no idea. I mean, do I control? I don't control these stocks. I have no idea what they do on a minute by minute basis. I'm just telling you what the charts action is telling us. And you too, everything you need to know about reading charts is explained in the 10-bagger blueprint. Get the book. The link is in the bio or wherever. Here we are. Again, on the 5-minute, we're above the 50 MA. Next level is 407. That is what will trigger the algos. We are 6 cents away. We are 6 cents away from this thing potentially, going parabolic into the close. Yeah, it could happen. It could happen. We are literally pennies away. We are pennies away. 411 on the 15-minute moving average. 408, 411. Those are the key levels, and this thing can go to the moon like any minute. That is what can happen. That's what can happen. No, we do not drop stocks every week. What do you guys think this is like? I mean, what do you think? There's like a stock factory? There's a stock factory where, where these things just come out of the woodwork? No, we gotta have stocks that meet our criteria of 10-bagger potential, right? And also that it means a CEO that knows, that's that 100x CEO. The CEO needs to be willing to be on our program. Not a lot of these guys are knuckleheads. A lot of the companies out, 90% of the small cap company, 90% of these small cap companies are, they're going to go nowhere. And they have great stories. We're looking here. We're looking for those stocks. We're looking for those stocks where not only is it a great story, not only do you have a great chart, not only do they have all the catalysts lined up, you also got to have the CEO that understands that you have to, promote the stories. You got to get eyes on the stock so it doesn't stay undervalued. That's why this thing is moving up. People are finding out. Not a lot of companies. So we're going to have maybe 1 or 2 stocks a month. We're not going to have a new stock for maybe 2 weeks. By the way, just because we announce a new stock, it doesn't mean the other stocks are done. The other stocks, again, we're here for 10 baggers, okay? And it takes about 6 months for these stocks to go 10x or 20x or whatever the number is. So we're in the early stages. What's my price prediction on HOTH in the next few weeks? $100 a share. I think it goes to 100. No, I'm kidding. It's a joke. No, it could. No, it could. I think HOTH goes into the $2 plus area, and then it starts going. It has to. That's where these things. That is the deal. Lottery, HOTH. Look. These are. It's like a horse race. Some are getting ahead, but they're all going towards the finish line of 10 bagger. They're all, in my opinion, they're all heading towards the finish line, the 10 bagger finish line. Let's see. I think it could be very exciting into the close on HOTH because there's a big short position into the close. These guys need to close it out, and the stock is not going down. The stock is not going down. These guys will have to close. There's a lot of these day traders. A lot of these day traders, they went short the stock. They thought it was a pump and dump. They thought it was a flash in the pan. These guys are sitting on a loss, and they're going to have to cover into the close. And what they don't know is that there may be big and huge news tomorrow, potentially. What is my favorite stock? Everybody asks the same question. I'll tell you what. Click the link in the bio to get a free newsletter. Get the free newsletter. Get my free newsletter. We're going to have a course coming out, video course coming out. 10 bagger blueprint available right now on Amazon. We're going to raise the price. We're going to jack up the price. That's right. We're going to jack up the price once we see. Right now, the book is cheap because there's typos, there's grammatical errors and spelling errors in the book. This is what I've been told from some of the readers. Yes, they love the content. They love the content, but there's some spelling errors because the book was done before they had AI. We didn't bother to proofread. Now that we have the AI to proofread the book, we're going to double the price once we got all the stuff ready. What's the favorite stock? They're all my favorites. What's your favorite child? It's like saying, what's your favorite child? I'll tell you what my favorite is, the one that's running at the moment, but they're all in the early stages. And LITM also, it's just LITM is not ready to go yet. I think these guys are. I think we could see a major squeeze of HOTH into the close. Syata could also, again, look at this chart. I mean, this thing, it just wants to run. It's so obvious. Oh, look at this. This is 2 minute. Boom. That's your 2 minute. This is your breakout on the 2 minute of Syata. Into these stocks, literally any of these stocks could explode into the close. Which one? I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the newsletter. Guys, I don't know what's going on with the newsletter. Check the spam. We may have to get a new email. Maybe you typed in your email wrong. I know I got about 100 of the emails are showing some sort of error. I don't know what that is. We'll get it figured out. We'll get it straightened out in the next few weeks. You may want to try again. 10baggerblueprint.com. Type in your email. And hopefully you'll get it. I mean, I don't know what's wrong. We're using MailChimp. The MailChimp is not a good system, apparently. Excuse me. Wow, the air conditioning is strong here. Anyway, guys, see the Syata is ramping. This is a stock ramp chart into the close. 5 minute, what's going on? Not cooperating? Okay, we'll go back to it. The question is, do we get a breakout of HOTH into the close? That's the question. That is the question. Just like Shakespeare said, breakout or no breakout, what is going to happen into the close of SYTA? What happens into the close? We got on the 2 minute, we're showing a fake out. I don't believe this is real. This is a fake out. This is not the real. This is not real. What's real is the main trend. We got this big, beautiful pennant forming here, which wants to go exactly like we saw with SYTA. By the way, let me pull up SYTA. These things are all the same. Guys, I've seen this movie play out so many times. That's why I wrote the book for you. I wrote the book for you so that you can get rich with these stocks. Look at the stock chart of SYTA. How long did you have? How long did you have to get into SYTA? You had like 3 days. You had like 3-4 days. Okay, SYTA was still $1.50, $2.50. People had plenty of time. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, $1.65. Yeah, we got to get out of that zone. But again, just like with HOTH, excuse me, just like with SYTA, you know, take some, you know, we don't know when it happens. It could happen like literally any moment. But it's giving you an opportunity. People are not taking the opportunity, which is fine. I'm happy that they're not buying the stock because they're going to have FOMO. The next stage, look, what we want is we don't want people buying these stocks. Honestly, I really don't want people buying the stock right now. I don't. I want them to put it on their watch list so that they buy it at higher levels. We want people buying at higher levels. I really don't want people buying the stock right now. In my opinion, I'd rather them buy these stocks at higher levels from news flow, news driven. I want to see news driven buying on these stocks. Somebody's asked about lottery. Look, it's like everything else. It goes up, it forms the pennant. It's waiting for the signal. When is the signal gonna flash? I don't know. Could be literally in 5 minutes. Could be next Monday. Could be Friday. I have no idea. It could be tomorrow. The trend is up. Okay, the trend in these stocks is now up. But when does the parabolic move happen? Is what you're asking. We don't know. That's part of the fun. You think if it was easy, everybody would be doing it. Guys, if this thing was easy, if we all had a crystal ball, everybody watching this right now would be a billionaire. Everybody would be a billionaire. It's not easy. SYTA, again, it's so frustrating because, you know, the stock is telling you it wants to go higher. I'm surprised people haven't rushed into it. I'm really surprised because this is, again, you got the breakout chart pattern. I could talk about it till I'm blue in the face. I'm going to talk about it, and then all of a sudden, boom, it goes. Yeah, I agree. $1.65 on HOTH. Now, what happens with SYTA? What is going on with SYTA? I have a feeling the fireworks. I feel there's gonna be some fireworks coming in the next couple minutes, and I think it's gonna be. Will it be with HOTH? How come it hasn't started yet? We know these guys have to cover. They have to cover into the close because a lot of these guys went short at around $1.50. And they got to cover. They don't want to carry the position overnight. There's a bunch of shorts that need to cover. No, they're all in play. All these stocks are in play, like literally. Actually, I should say no. No. The only one that's right now not moving is LITM. That's why I'm not talking about it because it's just kind of drifting right now. LITM is kind of drifting. It goes into these kind of drift periods. No, they do want to cover. They do need to cover. I don't think they want to hold a position overnight. They really don't. Not in a biotech stock. A lot of these guys are just day traders for, they're in it for, they have a strategy. Some of these guys have a strategy where they fade these breakouts. So, so they probably want to just figure, okay, look, let's just cover this thing. It's a different type of seller in this thing right now. So we'll see what happens. How much volume? 28 million shares. 28 million shares at $1.50. That's a lot of volume. That's a lot of volume. How high can the stock go? Let's forget about this day trader stuff. This is nonsense. Okay, if you look at the stock chart, this was a $300 stock at one point. Wow, that's right. I mean, of course, there's been reverse splits, so it's not really fair to say that. But you know what I always say? Stocks like to go back to old highs. And by the way, it is breaking out on the weekly chart. This is the weekly chart. This is the weekly chart. You guys see this weekly chart? This is a major buy signal. This is going to trigger the algorithms at some point. So yeah, can this stock run? Can it run to, I don't know, $25, $50? It's been there before. It's been at $100 before based on, the chart. Yeah. Stocks like to go back to old highs. Stocks like to go back to old highs. So that's what I like about it. One of the things I like about it, look at this beautiful candle. Oh, sorry. That's a huge green candle. Tell me that's not a huge green candle. Look at this volume. Again, volume precedes price action. The volume tells you where it's going. Yeah, I don't know. Yes, SYTA is set to explode. I mean, listen, the problem is this. Here's the problem. Leo, here is the problem. Lottery, SYTA, these things, we know what the play is. It's cooking. I don't know. When is it going to explode? The volcano is smoking. Think of it as a volcano. The volcano, we know the volcano is ready to explode. When does the volcano explode? I have no idea. It could explode in, the next 30 seconds. It could explode tomorrow at 2 o'clock. It's very frustrating. We're watching the smoke come out of the volcano. At some point, it has to blow. Okay, we know but the longer it stays bottled up, it's like you're shaking that soda can, you're shaking that, whatever it is, the champagne, you're shaking that champagne bottle. I mean, the more you shake it, the more, the more you shake that champagne bottle, it's a volcano. That's what's going to happen. Guys, make sure you get the free newsletter. The link is in the bio. You get the book. The course is coming out. Click the like and subscribe button if you're watching on Twitter, on YouTube, wherever you're watching this. For the algorithms, go on. I'll tell you what. You can't say what news is coming for Hoth. How about I do know? How about I do know? Because we're basically, in case I haven't explained to you, we're basically, paid to promote these stocks. This is just breaking news. This is paid content. Now, when I take on a new client, before I take them on, I got to make sure that they tick off the boxes. One of those boxes in the book is called inflection point, catalyst. That's on page 58. What's the inflection point and catalyst? The news flow. So I got to know, what kind of news flow do you have in the pipeline? First question I ask CEO, what's in the pipeline? What do you have that can come out in the next few weeks? Because we're not here to sit. We're not here to sit on our thumbs. We need action. We need action. We need volcano rockets going to the moon. So I only take on companies that have a great story, right? So here's the thing. not only do we need to have a great story, I need to know what's in the pipeline. What kind of news flow could they have potentially? Okay. So we got to know what's the news flow. No, it's not illegal. No, it's not illegal. It's illegal if I, tell people about it beforehand or whatever, if I act on it. I have not acted. I did not buy the stock. So yeah, that is the deal. Now we got this guy. We got this tomato can, Matt. He's seen. Oh yeah, Matt is an expert. Matt knows all about it. Matt is the tomato can. Matt, this is why we wrote the book. This is why we wrote the book for you. For you, Matt, we wrote the book so you can get rich with 10 bagger stocks. There's a system. It's a framework. We don't make these things up. Why do Matt, if everything is a scam, why am I able to, why have I created $1 trillion in wealth for investors over the last 25 years? Ask yourself that question, Matt. How have I been able to do this over and over and over again? We have these stocks that go up, not even doubles and triples. I'm not even talking about doubles and triples. I'm talking about stocks that go up 1,000% or more. Stocks where people make 10 times the money, 20 times the money, 50 times the money or more. How am I able to do this? How am I able to do this? Is it magic? Get the book. You'll know. Get the book. It's on Amazon. It's $17.95. No, I love trolls. I love guys like Matt, because these trolls, it's misdirected love. That's what it is. They're fans. They're just misdirected fans. Because when they see that, yes, this is what this is all about, they understand it. Why is it? How do you get rich? That's a great question. You get the book, 10 Bagger Blueprint on Amazon. Invest in yourself, $17.95. We'll also have the course. It's unbelievable but true. Hang on a second. What is going on with these stocks? There we go. HOTH, $1.51. Do we get a short covering into the close? It may not happen. I think it may not happen now. Is it going to happen or not? I don't know. Oh, there we go. On the 1 minute, it's starting to move. We got signs of life. We got 2 minutes. And it's breaking out on the 1 minute chart right here. We got a breakout on the 1 minute. Do we get it? Does it ramp into the close? We got 2 minutes to go. I don't know if it's going to happen. But there could be news. I don't know. I would not want to hold the stock overnight, is all I say. I don't want to be short. I should say I don't want to be short a stock like this overnight. I would not want to short a biotech stock overnight, because they have a habit. They have a tendency to come out with major news, clinical trials, results, whatever it is, and all of a sudden it gets repriced. It's up 300% the next day. I'm just telling you, that's the way these things work. Will this make me millions? Maybe. HOTH needs cash. Matt, do you realize that HOTH has like 12 million in the bank? Or is it's something like over, whatever the number is. Yeah, this company is sitting on a pile of cash. Okay, that's one of the reasons, they see, I love these guys who don't know anything. Guys, there is a system. Okay, whenever I bring on a new client, a new company that we debut as a next super stock, the reason why am I like the number one, let's call it, stock promoter on the planet? Why is that? How is it that I'm able to have countless 10 baggers like this? Look at these numbers at the bottom. I'm not even talking about the doubles, the triples, not even the 5 baggers. 10 baggers and up. How do we have this? Because I look for companies that have that check off a number of boxes, multiple catalysts, big market opportunities, CEO that gets it. They're at the inflection point, the catalyst, the chart. The chart is very important. All those things have to line up. We got to have what I call the asymmetric bet. We got to have this thing set up. Yeah, I think it can go to $4. No, it's not done for the year. It's not. We're in the early stages. Ding, 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 ding. Markets closed, and HOTH is prepared for a HOTH is prepared to go to the moon, is all I can tell you. HOTH is prepared to go to the moon. That is a beautiful chart. We got a chart that is ready to go to the moon. Will it go to the moon tomorrow? Will it go to the moon Friday? I don't know. I don't know. Very frustrating. Very frustrating. I thought there'd be excitement. Sorry, guys. I thought there'd be some excitement, fireworks into the bell. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes it doesn't. Today, it did not happen. It is what it is. Look, if it would happen every day, if it would happen every day, oh, there we go. 10 million cash. I think it's more. I think they got more. I think it's like a little bit more than that. I think it's like 12 million in cash. Did I write the book with ChatGPT? No, I did not write the book with Chat. If I wrote the book with ChatGPT, I wouldn't have type of spelling errors, grammatical errors, which apparently people are saying that the book has. The book has those errors. And guess what? Once we fix those errors, I will use ChatGPT to fix the errors. And then we're going to double the price in the book. So you better get this book now before we double the price. It's $18 right now. After we fix the errors, we double the price. And we're going to have the video course coming out. Click the links in the bio to get a free newsletter. We're going to have the video course coming out. The question is, how much should we charge for the course? The video course, we're getting ready to launch it. I'm not sure how much to charge for the course. Should we charge $49 a month for the community and the course and the whole thing? I don't know. Oh, by the way, put this down. We're going to have a live stream tomorrow with Syita, live stream the CEO of Syita, live stream of the lottery tomorrow, starting at 12:30. Live streams are going off. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, what these people don't understand, a lot of the newbies don't understand is where they all think that these things just go boom, straight to the moon. No. I gotta bring this up. I gotta bring this up every time. Every time I need to show this. I need to show this every time. Our stocks that become 10 baggers. Look at these. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens. They break out, they consolidate, they break out, again, this stock went up, people made 20 times the money. Who did not make money? The people who had no patience, or the people who got too greedy, okay? You gotta get in, okay? You gotta get in, or when the stock breaks out, you might want to get into the thing when it breaks out. Again, look at this: consolidation, pennant, breakout. Consolidation, pennant, breakout. The breakout on all these stocks, every stock I'm showing you, again, these are some of our winners. 50 baggers, 50 times their money. 50 baggers, 50, 20 baggers, 10 baggers, 17 bagger, 12 bagger. Again, it doesn't go up, boom, like a parabolic. No, it breaks out, pennant, and then it explodes, just like the stocks you're looking at on the screen. Let's go to HOTH, HOTH. What's going on here? And they have, it's like a natural rhythm. It just doesn't, it's not like all of a sudden, it's gotta do its thing. It's gotta do its thing. Again, what you're seeing is typical pattern: consolidation, breakout. So I think we might consolidate and then break out. That's what's going on. All right. So bottom line is, guys, I apologize that we did not have the fireworks going off. I'm sorry we did not have fireworks going off into the close. I thought we had a chance. Maybe tomorrow. But again, we're gonna have a live stream with CEO of SYTA tomorrow, and we're gonna have the live stream with the CEO of Lottery tomorrow. HOTH is next week, Tuesday. I think we're gonna have Tuesday. We're gonna have Tuesday live stream. We're gonna give you that insider information that you need. So make sure you click upvote, like, subscribe. You click all the buttons. Here's to your 100x. Remember, go to Amazon right now. Don't miss out, or at least get the free newsletter. See you tomorrow.